Knowles, and we are back with the fifth and sixth podcast of AlwayzGamezTV. It is the 28th of August, and I'm joined by Tom Simpson once again.
Hello.
And also by Dan Twist.
Hey there.
I admittedly say that I haven't hugely prepared for the podcast today. I've had a little look through the news. But I'm going to give him a rundown. But basically, before we go to the news, basically, I keep going on about basically, we're going to talk about ourselves for a little while. Tom, what have you been up to?
Work.
Is that it?
Sleep.
Typical.
You've been out a little bit lately, though, haven't you?
No, just work.
What have you been drinking this week?
I have.
I'll work.
just to keep up with everything. Work. No.
No.
Drink.
I've been working. I played some Blacklist. I modded my Fallout, like I said I was going to do about 3 months ago.
So what mods have you added to it then? I know I ask you about mods nearly every single week, but I forget. What you added to this one?
Too many to name.
Do you know what enhancements have you made? Texture enhancements, or is it more objects?
Textures, effects, pretty much everything's like an overhaul, isn't it? Use for it.
Yeah, he's added like, apparently Fallout didn't originally have iron sights, and he's found a mod which actually adds iron sights to it.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So what's the size of the game now?
Well, it went from about 8 gigs to about 14.
Blammin' hell.
Yeah, I can't fit that on my hard drive at this moment.
I've got a game which is bigger than that.
Nice. Anything else? No?
Yes.
Oh, you got your backside kicked in Blacklist, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you as well.
Yeah, me and Tom got our ass handed to us by the so-called ninja Roger here.
Oh, me? Oh, sorry, yeah.
Roger the Ninja of Spies kicked our
Just in
asses.
case you haven't seen it, check out AlwayzGamezTV YouTube channel, episode 1 and 2.
Yep.
For reference.
Episode 1, Roger Murphy against me and Thomas Spies, kicks
I
our
know
ass.
what I didn't tell you guys is I'd already played about 3 or 4 hours on the actual online.
Yeah,
I ain't been on it yet.
So I'd already experienced quite a bit of the actual game, so I knew quite a bit what to do.
I says, check out episode 1, me and Tom Spies, Roger Murphy.
First
Episode
experience
2.
was very
opposite.
off-putting. I think I might delete it. No.
Possibly. Not too bad.
It's good fun, it's just that knowing that the spies are there not to kill, if you know what you can obviously kill, but they're there more to do the objective rather than to be...
It's forcing me to do stealth, and I don't like doing that.
No, Tom's the one who runs in and just guns blazing, as shown in one of their conviction videos, I do believe it is.
Yeah, we had a few problems with it.
No, we didn't.
Well, the first mission went very well.
I really enjoyed the first part of that video. It's sort of you climbing up the drain pipe, acting all stealthy, and I just burst through the door and shoot someone.
With the double doors up and Tom and Edgy scream and run back out again. Well, I still need to do the... I think we did 3 missions that night, didn't we?
Yeah, sure.
And as the night went on, the missions got worse and worse. I think by the end of it, the third mission, we restarted it about 7 or 8 times.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I do.
You've had a few drinks
running
since then.
through, like,
Banging my head against the
doors.
wall at one point. Stealth, damn it, stealth! What does that mean? But no, I got to admit, I really got my claws into Blacklist and I quite like it a lot.
You're not the only one. I've been playing Blacklist a lot.
You played more of the single player, though, haven't you?
Yes, I've played quite a bit of the single player, which is actually very intriguing. To say I'm not a Splinter Cell fan, I'm actually enjoying this a lot.
What aspect are you enjoying it then? Like, if you're not usually used to the stealth sort of aspect of it.
Well, I don't mind doing like stealth games, but like I say, I've never been a big fan of Splinter Cell. But it's the mechanics of this one that brought me into it.
It seems to have taken quite a few of the mechanics from Conviction. Where I found Conviction, you could actually, like, showing obviously that video we did, you can go gun-ho and it won't penalise you that much. It won't, you can get away with it, whereas I find within Blacklist, you can go gun-ho, but it gives a different element of difficulty.
Yeah, it does.
And it does kind of penalise you in certain aspects. Like, we did a co-op mission, didn't we, on Blacklist the other night?
Yeah.
And we restarted that again and again and again because we kept on messing up.
Yeah, the missions, the co-ops are not allowed to be detected. You can allow the guy to be suspicious of you, but just not get detected.
Mm. No, it just feels like they're taking a lot of the Conviction elements and taking some of the original elements from the old games and sort of like mashed them up into a nice blend. It finds a good element between stealth and combat for me.
Yeah.
Well, I do favour the stealth.
Yeah, I've been favouring stealth a bit, but I have obviously put like 3 kind of modes into it, kind
Was
of.
it Panther?
Yeah, Ghost, Panther, and Assault. So you've got Ghost, obviously, Stealth, Assault, and Panther's kind of.
In
I don't
between.
know what, yeah,
A blend of the two.
Something like that, yeah. I'm not too sure.
I think it's good that it's not just doing one route of gameplay. It's it's rewarding. Like, for example, Tom, you like your explosions and your guns and everything like that. Where I like more the stealth aspect of it. Mainly, I used to always play Metal Gear Solid, which was originally stealth.
I couldn't get into playing Metal Gear Solid at all. That was not a game which I could play.
It was just I think maybe because I grew up playing that one more and I got really hooked into them. Then going into Splinter Cell, I've got to admit the first few games of Splinter Cell I did struggle with. They were a little bit too hardcore for me when I was younger. At least I struggled with them, and maybe I needed that a little bit of action just to get me through. Whereas I think if I went back to them now, I'd probably enjoy them more because I've got that patience to play it. But no, it is a very good game. I still haven't really played the campaign at its present moment, but I'm actually looking forward to really cracking on with that. I think they made a really good game there.
I've delved into campaign, so I'll probably have to delve into the online
multiplayer aspect of it. Yeah, well, in all honesty, we'll have to try out the normal Spies versus Mercs because we played the classic mode, which is much darker. Sorry, Tom. I had to throw you in at the deep end with the multiplayer. Mainly because I find it more enjoyable. Because you guys, unfortunately, I think because I threw you straight into really the classic mode, is that you saw a lot of the negatives, which it does hold.
I didn't understand half of the mechanics, as in, like, you could shoot a guy with the only weapon the spy has is like a shocky crossbow.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that if you shot the merc with that, he couldn't fire, so I was just
stuns
getting
him
shot
almost.
over and over and over. It really pissed me off.
Yeah, that's.
But you know now that if you shot the person, you could actually run in and maybe take him out.
Yeah.
I didn't really see him as negative. I was just annoyed, like I said, Tom said, with this not the sticky crossbow, the electric crossbow. It's like, what's the point? Everything else,
it's
it's enjoyable.
Being a spy, I think you have to be more tactical.
Yeah, you have to be stealth, which somebody isn't, Tom.
but in the normal mode, if you unlock more points and you build your your customization,
customize your character. Yeah.
Tom could actually go as a spy, which is wearing armor, and have weapons which are more vicious.
Yeah.
The only downside is you're still at a disadvantage because the mercs are going to be more powerful than you, but you will be able to hold your own in a gunfight for a short period of time.
No, I haven't seen the customization options for spies or mercs yet. I've only seen the stock people.
Same as the campaign, I believe it is.
It's very much similar to Sam Fisher, like the idea of you can even change your gloves and that changes your stats, and then your chest piece, boots, trousers, helmet, goggles.
Yeah, same customization as campaign basically.
One good thing I did, try out all the goggles because they all do something slightly different.
Yeah.
Thermal, night vision, and then it's like a ping.
I've got the only ones I've got is sonar and night vision.
There's
There's footprints. There's
footprint ones as well.
There's a type of power one where it sort of shows sort of power lines and boxes and stuff. It's all in yellow. And also it shows the enemies through walls. It shows the electronics that they've got on and stuff.
Because you said one shows you electronic. You can use sonar for that. Sonar shows up electric boxes.
But sonar you have to wait. This one's constant.
Alright. That's not bad then.
I think the elements of it are like, I'm a big customization sort of person, how you look and stuff like that, and I like that. I really like that. And I like the idea that you can change the look of your goggle, like the colours and stuff like depending on which one you use. But no, I got to it. I did throw you in the classic mode, which is much darker, whereas the normal mode is much brighter, and I find it a lot harder for the spies. So, but being on 2-on-1, I didn't do bad.
I didn't do bad on the normal one either. But you haven't made a video of that yet. So.
No. But we'll do another video.
We'll have to do a video us three playing online as a team.
Yeah.
See how we crack on with that.
Yeah, we're gonna die.
Probably.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been playing this last week too.
Yeah.
I've been quite busy doing a few other things. So
same here really with Blacklist as well. That's all I've been playing because I'm just enjoying it that much.
But a little bit of conviction, like I said, we did the co-op missions. But no, it's been pretty much a Splinter Cell week really since Friday. But good fun. No, you not been playing any League of Legends or anything like that?
I haven't actually played it since I got.
I went there. I know you. I was gonna. You said yeah. We've been like, all right, crap. We have to bloody edit.
Since I finally managed to get Blacklist working, I haven't played League of Legends.
Yeah, actually, I didn't have any problem. So going back to Blacklist again. It's gonna be a Blacklist podcast, but you told me this at work, didn't you? That Dan had a problem because I was getting worried because I had to let mine install because it was like how big was it?
It's like 19 gig or something.
19 point.
And it's 6-hour download.
No, I set mine going in the morning and then went to work, and you said that Dan had a problem, and I was like, oh no. But so what? Talk me through the problem. What when you press play, what happened?
Basically, press play. It comes up with the launching command bar. Obviously, command box comes up launching. Comes up with cloud syncing. Then just brings up thank you for playing the game. It's like I haven't even played the game.
Troll that would be like, and these are the credits. What?
And then they actually released a patch for it the day after. Installed the patch, still didn't work. But then Tom found an article before that, but there's only one option I didn't actually try, which is somewhere in the video settings you've got to change the Windows Final style.
What just shocks me is that with Ubisoft being such a large company, they didn't actually test all this.
Yeah. Well,
you know, with issues with different. You know, one thing as a large games company, if you're making a big, well, it's a AAA game. You're just going to get hit. You know, it's at number 1, I think. Is it number 1?
I don't know.
No, it's number 2. Sorry, but we'll get to that later on. It's you know, it's going to be in the limelight. You're going to want to test it as on many different computers as possible to make sure they're all compatible. Yet clearly they didn't. So I admittedly when I launched it and got it going, it worked first time. But you'd already got yours working at that point. So the patch must whatever they released.
Well, the patch didn't actually work. I actually still went into video settings and changed it myself. So I just changed Windows Final style from number 1 to number 2, and it was like worked.
All right. Just wonder actually if anybody's still having that problem. Then. They shouldn't do. Ubisoft should really be cracking on with it and get it sorted in all honesty. But anyway, let's crack on with the news. So starting off with the news this week. First news I'm going to go with is Sony. One of the first things that, well, I think it was mentioned today actually, is that PlayStation 4 can be accessed remotely through your smartphone due to an app that Sony are going to release, which basically how I've interpreted it is that it's a bit like the Steam app, that if you can actually do a purchase on your phone, and basically what you can do is that you can click to install it, and your PlayStation 4, if it's on standby, will wake up, start installing the actual game onto your hard drive, and then once it's finished downloading, will put itself back into standby mode. And it's an interesting mechanic. Whether or not Xbox is going to do this, it'll be interesting to see.
Well, because the Xbox have a not mechanic like that, but something similar. Where if you're on their site Xbox.com, you purchase them on there. You turn your Xbox on, it'll just start downloading it. But also, like I said,
you have to be there to.
Yeah, you have to physically turn on your Xbox, obviously. But like I said, with Sony doing something like that, I think it'd actually attract quite a bit of audience towards it.
The only thing is, what I thought about it would it'd be quite useful if you were at work and you bought something.
Yeah.
But the only thing is, well, if it'd been, well, the only thing I could sort of aspect that it would be useful is if it's like a PlayStation Network gets an update on a Thursday usually, and they do the update while you're at work and then you buy it and it's installed by the time you get home. But if that's not the case, it's not really any use, because you could sort of get it to install in the morning if it's going to be a long download, and by the time you get home then it's done.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? It's going to be not many occasions where you're going to be actually buying it when you're not at your PlayStation 4, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it's only going to be some, it's a nice mechanic, I like it, I'm not complaining about it, but I'm just trying to find out like how often you would use it.
Well, it depends on if you've got the time, really. If you haven't got time, you're just on your travels, just if you're away and you just browse in store, ooh, new games come up, like, look at that, buy, or trial, download, try it when you get home.
Even if you don't use it very often, it's still very handy to have.
Yeah, no, I think it's I'm just trying to think how often you would use it. This sort of mechanic. I think I'm not complaining about it. I like it, but it's also trying to work out, you know, how often you would use it. It's because mainly I'm thinking if they had this mechanic with Steam, basically it would be a lot more useful, especially during the summer sale, because the sales are happening that quick and they're like over and within 3 hours or something if it's a flash sale. Is that it would be useful to buy it, install it straight away. Whereas with the PlayStation Network, is that their deals, if they do a reduction, will last a week. So there's no major rush to make that purchase. You can just do it when you get home. So, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Also, on other PlayStation 4 news, Sony have announced that they will support cross-platform party chat. This won't be compatible with the PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4, but it will be compatible with the PlayStation Vita. So if you're on the PlayStation Vita, you'll be able to chat to PlayStation 4 players.
Is the PlayStation 4 using Skype like Xbox or not?
It will have Skype integrated, but whether or not it's using Skype for their external chat function, I don't know.
That's another thing I just want to ask. Would you think the Xbox Skype will be able to interact with the PC Skype?
I can't see why not.
If
it's Skype.
If it's Skype, as long as it's
Because
Skype using.
on Microsoft, it's the actual Skype app. If on Windows 8 operating system, they on their App Store they've got the Skype application. They basically by what I can see, they've integrated that onto the Xbox One.
Yeah, I've got to admit, whether or not actually the external chat function which you use within the games is Skype, or whether or not it's one of Sony's own chat functions,
No,
I don't know.
I believe Skype will be its own chat functions because with how you can overlay everything, so you can move from one layer to another. So you can instantly switch between Skype, your game, music, movies, whatever.
Yeah, are you on about the Xbox One?
Yeah, Xbox
I'm on
One.
about PlayStation 4.
Well, PlayStation 4.
Which doesn't mean I don't know if they're PlayStation 4 will have Skype,
yeah,
but whether or not the actual chat communication software that they're using for while in game is going to be Skype, I don't know. I've got a feeling, knowing Sony, it's going to be their own system. Especially if it's going to be a cross-platform with Vita as well. I still think it's going to have Skype on it, but that'll be for other uses. You know?
Yeah, Skype would be only for PlayStation 4 usage, not to Vita, because Vita will have Skype on, will it?
I don't think so.
So
again, I'm not overly
so
sure.
I think they'll most likely have their own chat function on that.
I am just happy that PlayStation 4 has got an external chat function. Because the last thing I hate is playing Call of Duty and hearing little whiny kids going on and on and on. And that's just one. And I like to be able to chat to my friends just privately and not being able to hear anybody else hear or listening to our conversations. It's just like, I like the idea. Also, if someone else is playing... Our game's just totally gone out of my head. PlayStation 4 game. Diablo 3. Coming out for PlayStation 4, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. If someone's playing Diablo 3, I'm playing Battlefield 4, we can still chat amongst each other, you know, and we don't have to be playing the same game to be able to communicate. I like that aspect of it. That's one thing I like about the PC over the present generation consoles. But no, that's good news to hear. How it's going to work with the Vita, I don't know. I don't know the full mechanics of it, and how the system and how fluid it's going to be.
Is that over the Wi-Fi Vita only, is it?
I think it's going to be across all Vitas, but yeah, actually that's a really good question. I don't know, because the Wi-Fi version, obviously you can stream your games from your PlayStation 4 onto your Vita.
Yeah.
But whether or not you have to be playing the same games, because the idea is that obviously it's an external chat function. So you could be playing a Vita game, but you could be on the 3G one, but you could be out and about. But technically, you're still on Sony's servers. Yeah. So you might still be able to chat to the PlayStation 4 people.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. See if it solves across all.
Sorry, it's a little bit off topic, but you reckon they're going to bring out a PS4 to Xbox controller adapter?
Well, Sony and Microsoft will obviously, but it would be
not officially. No.
No, I can imagine some companies will get a hold of them and
probably
play around with them, so then they'll be able to be interchangeable at some point. They did it with this present generation. They'll do it with the next. Once everybody finds out how the system works and everything like that, because obviously, I think the AMD graphics card, which is in the actual console at the present moment, isn't actually being released presently. You can get an equivalent.
Yeah,
but the actual one which is in the console box hasn't been released. So a lot of the hardware, we're not entirely sure what these are capable of doing. We know the specs and everything, but what they can actually push out of it, we don't really know. But it's going to be interesting. But it's still a lot to do with the hardware, because like, for example, like we said last week, 2 weeks ago, was the headsets. The present generation headsets will not work with next generation console. So you're going to have to buy all new headsets for them. Depending on if you were, that's obviously the Microsoft headset and the Sony headsets. If you bought like something that I've got, which is I've got an optical cable, I can plug it into the back of my TV, and I looked the other day and the PlayStation 4 has got an optical cable slot, so my headset might still work.
I can't see why it wouldn't work.
It's whether or not if you've got the official Microsoft and Sony ones, they definitely won't work. Anyway, on the rumour mill, there was a bit of a rumour going around the internet that the Xbox One was going to be released on November the 8th. Well, it has now been announced that it will not be releasing on November the 8th. This was to do with the reaction that Sony have announced their release date of the PlayStation 4 coming out on November the 15th in North America and 29th of November in Europe. I think a lot of people were thinking that Microsoft were wanting to get their product out the door before Sony. So, but basically it will not be happening. I put in money on that Microsoft are going to release the Xbox One on the exact same day.
I don't care, because if I do get one, it'll be a few months after release.
Well,
I really shouldn't rush to get it out, because they're gonna like miss flaws, you know, like I did with Blacklist. They've missed stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's the same with any sort of like game sort of thing. But would they do this with a console? Do you think they're going to do it?
You don't really see it much with consoles,
Well,
really.
It's really stupid
Well,
if they did.
Would you have said that they rushed the Xbox 360 out?
Yeah.
Do you mean the classic?
It's
Yeah,
flawed.
with the Red Ring situation.
Yeah, it was very
Well,
flawed.
I think that was kind of a major point, because I think they did actually state that the Xbox wouldn't actually survive longer than 3 years, so they kind of put a safe, well, not exactly a safety mechanism in, but a mechanism to tell you, your Xbox has run dry now, get a new one.
Yeah, but it's sort of like some of them were going off really quickly.
Yeah, there was rumours that the one like within 9 months or something like that, they were burning themselves out. I guess it just depends on how much you used it, but that's not good. Or they were just getting over the warranty mark and then they were getting red ringed.
Yeah.
But no, I got to admit, I still go back to what the releases. Totally throwing me off then. My money is on November the 15th or about then, because basically over in America they've got Black Friday, which is when everybody goes to the stores and mad rushes the bargains. Now, that's why I think Sony are releasing the one over in North America on the 15th, is to try and get all the consoles out in the shops. They will be doing a reduction on them, but if you know guaranteed that there's going to be thousands of people out buying stuff, someone will see and go, oh, go on then, I'll buy it, and just pick one up. So they're getting those extra sales.
To be fair, that's an awful lot of money to go, oh, yeah, I'll get one of those.
It's
What do you mean? I'm just like, oh, I've got
Yeah, but
350 quid falling out of my back pocket on occasion.
Would you walk past a second-hand car dealership and go, oh, I fancy that?
No. But you would want to.
Mind you, I suppose it's kind of a completely different thing. But
$5 grand.
Well, because the PS4 is was it about £70 cheaper, is it, than
Yeah.
Xbox One?
Yeah, it's about that. I can understand why they're doing it, because you think about it, if it's ready by the 15th, or they can get all enough consoles ready for the 15th to be released in North America, and they know this big shopping splurge is going to happen, they don't want to release after it when everybody's sort of run out of money.
True.
Or for that month, if you know what I mean. So you're going to try and get the last little, like, obviously they've got a lot of pre-orders, but they try and get the last little tidbits of people who may have that extra money just to splash out. People in America do save up for this one day.
Yes, they do.
To be able to just throw money away. So I can understand why they're doing it, but that's why I think Microsoft are not going to miss this date. They're going to try and get it in as well. And I won't blame them. If they don't, I think they may miss out on some sales. Not a lot. I'm not saying they're going to really hit them by a large percentage.
Because you've got Christmas a month later, so
yeah, exactly.
It's holiday season.
So people are going to be getting it anyway, but I mean, there could be just a small percentage that you could get that extra bit coming in. Plus, if Sony do manage to come out earlier, it's a cheaper console. Look back at the present generation, Xbox 360 came out first, a lot cheaper than the PlayStation 3 came out. It came out earlier than the PlayStation 3 as well.
I'm quite interested to see just how reliable the PS4 and Xbox One are, like say a year on, or 2 years after release, you know, see what they're doing.
Especially with what happened last time, yeah.
Yeah. They both break down after like 6 months that, you know, there's something out of kilter.
Well, as long as it does it within 6 months, I don't mind. Because then I can get it changed. If it just does it after the 12-month mark, I will not be happy.
To be honest, I haven't had any problems with my Xbox 360s.
I've
Except the
been-
fact that I had a red ring and I got a completely brand new Xbox.
It's kind of a problem then, isn't it?
Yeah, but that was the classic Xbox. Other than that, I've had no other issues with an Xbox 360.
I think I had 2 red rings.
I burnt out my PlayStation 3 twice.
Really?
Yeah. Both times it was a laser. Just went on it.
No.
But then again, I did that to 2 of my PlayStation 2s as well. But just overuse. But eventually, it's a mechanical machine. It will eventually go, no matter what happens. You know, there's no moving cogs or anything.
It should be.
That'd
be cool. A steam pump.
Steam
Steam
but
pump.
pistons are going out the top.
Yeah, well, I'm going to buy an Xbox and just disassemble it and make a Steam.
It won't work then, I can guarantee you.
I'll house it in a plastic bubble inside a boiler casing with pistons and cogs spinning. That'd be quite cool.
If you do that,
Until it overheats.
that'd be amazing.
Anyway, try and get back on there. What's the next story? Basically, also going on from last week with the Kinect no longer having to be connected to the Xbox One, Microsoft have announced that they will absolutely have no plans to release the Xbox One without the Kinect. Because a lot of people were saying that possibly that they could be releasing a version of the Xbox One without the Kinect to try and bring the price down a little bit. But Microsoft have squandered those rumours and said no, they will be selling it definitely with the Kinect. One thing you said actually, Tom, earlier, that you don't actually have room to be able to use the Kinect. Or, well, the previous Kinect needed a lot of space. Now I presume in the present, well, future Kinect.
Okay. Well, imagine you sort of doing, I don't know, like a game where you have to sort of lean to the left or right, like a skateboarding game or something like that. If I lean to the left, it's fine. If I lean to the right, I'll whack my head on the wall. So,
I just imagine that. Boom! What's that? Oh, Tom just knocked himself out again. He'll come round in about 10 minutes, he'll be fine.
So it means that I'll have to turn right, I'll have to go all the way around left.
Climbing out your window.
Oculus Rift on the other hand.
That could, I can't wait for that. I cannot wait for the Oculus Rift.
You're going to get an omnidirectional treadmill.
That won't fit in this room.
No.
I can't actually have the Kinect set up in here. It's not enough space. It needed about 6 foot of space to be able to use it. I had to use it in my other living room, which had a lot more space, but I never went in there.
Your room's about 6 foot long, isn't it?
Well, unfortunately, my current room, if I didn't have a bed, would be able to play. But
no, you wouldn't.
It would. I'd have a room in my bedroom if I had no room. If I had no room.
If I had no room.
If I had no bed, I'd have room.
If you had no, like, separating wall, then yeah, but...
Definitely.
Well, run to your right. Run to your left. Crisscross, no! Oh dear. But so it would definitely be coming with a Kinect.
But obviously you don't have to have it connected now for it to work. Which was previous, you had to, didn't you?
The Kinect is an interesting device. You know, if you could do it within about 2 meters of room or less.
Well, you don't have to use the Kinect for the games. You can use it for entertainment purposes. To moving around, music, movies, searching, whatever.
Yeah.
So other uses of it. So how have you decided to?
Xbox will always be watching you.
Apparently so.
I don't want to know. If someone hacks into it and hooks it up to that new Oculus Rift game.
Well, just looking back at you, your eyes.
They wouldn't work because you had the Oculus Rift on, wouldn't you? So you'd be looking back at it, well, it'd be like a continue. Never mind.
Continue of yourself.
It's like a paradox.
You are
basically,
a paradox.
if that happened, a black hole would emerge within your room.
It sucks your face and that's it.
Okay.
Moving on.
Also, news about Microsoft. I'm going to say Mex and Microsoft.
Microsoft.
If Microsoft make a mech, it's going to be called Microsoft. Anyway. Also within news within Microsoft, Bethesda is apparently pushing Microsoft to make a special exception in the case of their upcoming game Elder Scrolls Online. With the announcement of them releasing on the consoles of the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
Just for me, as well as PC, but like I said, with subscription fee.
But the idea is that they're not liking the fact that you have to play for a gold membership to be able to even gain access to the game. Because obviously they will... It's because it's 2 stories mixed into one here. Basically, the Elder Scrolls have now announced that they are going to have a subscription-based game. Now, they're not liking the idea...
per month.
Something like that, yeah. Basically, they're not liking the fact that you're having to pay for a gold membership as well as being able to pay for a subscription for the game. Which is, to be honest, I think it's good that they're standing up and saying to Microsoft that they don't want to have this gold membership, factor, because it's going to... A lot of customers are going to be looking at it and be like, well, I have to pay for that, and that, it's going to be too much.
In the fact that, I thought it was the other way around, where obviously you've got to have gold membership anyway for Xbox to gain access to their online servers.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was the fact that they're trying to get Bethesda not to charge a subscription fee.
No, it's the other way. It's the other way around. Bethesda is pushing Microsoft to make a special exception in case of upcoming massively multiplayer online role-playing game that Elder Scrolls Online and drop the Xbox Live Gold fee for gamers interested in playing that title on the Xbox One.
Why don't they just buy it on PC? Makes it so much easier.
Not everyone has a PC.
Yeah, in all honesty, it's a bit like we actually are quite lucky. We have decent PCs to be able to run this game. A lot of people don't. But I know some people like who I work with who have a laptop, but it's an old laptop. They just use it for surfing or writing letters or.
I bet it doesn't play solitaire, does it?
No, it does Minesweeper though.
Does it lag?
Hey, probably.
Oh, that's pretty old school.
It's got bad frame rate issues.
On Minesweeper. It just crashed, is it?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Finds mine.
You basically get the same message of what Dan got on Blacklist.
What?
Thanks for playing.
Don't even bother.
This message will implode within 5 seconds.
So it's interesting that Bethesda are wanting Microsoft to let it slide for their game, which also comes into the factor that World of War Tanks is coming out on
World
the
of
Xbox.
Tanks, yeah.
World of Tanks, sorry, is coming out on the Xbox One, and that game is classed as a free-to-play game. However, to be able to play it on the Xbox One, you still need the gold membership.
Again, it's the same issue. The point of paying the Xbox Live membership is to gain access to the Microsoft servers to play online.
Yeah, but you don't do that on PC.
Yeah, I know you'd have to do it with PC because it's not exactly using their servers.
But PlayStation 1, sub 1.
This is going back to the time.
PlayStation 1 was a freaking awesome console. End of story.
Playing online on PS1.
However, on the PlayStation 4, any free-to-play games are free-to-play. You will not need to have the PlayStation Plus.
Well, in the online for Sony, free anyway.
No. With the new generation coming up, you will need PlayStation Plus to be able to play.
They're actually putting this Plus on.
They're implementing that. However, with their free-to-play games, they're classing them as free-to-play games, so you will not need to have a PlayStation.
So you'd have to have PlayStation Plus, yeah.
So
could be something that Microsoft will consider, but I doubt they'll consider.
No, I don't think they will budge, but I think they should.
They should do somewhat like that, yeah. But
if they're wanting to get subscription-based MMOs onto console, then they need to budge at some point, because trying to convince someone who's not an MMO player to pay a subscription to a game every month is really hard. Like Tom, you're not an MMO.
He plays Eve. He's MMO.
I don't play Eve.
You did.
You have played. You have
played it for a while.
And that was subscription based.
But that's why I only played it for a while. That's why I'm not going to get Elder Scrolls Online now. I found out it's a subscription.
Yeah, I will be. I've got to play it. I've got to play it.
Depends on how well it turns out to be as a game. I may or may not. Depend.
But I mean, for us as gamers who it's our hobby, we do gaming. I think it's to convince us to be able to pay a subscription a month for a game we really want to play, or really want to try. It's easier. For someone who doesn't, who's just casual game, like one of my friends, he plays a lot of Call of Duty and a lot of FIFA. He might be interested in playing Elder Scrolls now. It's going to come to the PlayStation 4. However, to convince him that he has to pay a subscription fee, it's going to be very tricky. Now, it's going to be hard on the PlayStation 4. Now, he had to pay for it on the Xbox One, and I had to tell him, oh, by the way, you need a gold membership as well. He'd be like, no.
You wouldn't.
He just won't bother. He don't really play online much anyway, so he probably won't get the PlayStation Plus. Yeah. He'll just play it to play, because he plays a lot of FIFA, and so he plays against a computer. He plays Football Manager games. So he really doesn't see... the only game he does play online is Call of Duty, and that's quite often with myself or a couple of my other friends. So to be able to look at it like... We'll just look at it as, yes, you're paying for the servers, and then you're paying for the subscription for the game. They'll look at it, it's £5 on top of the Elder Scrolls Online subscription, or £5, or however it is for the gold membership. So they look at it as an extra cost. Now, it's just going to be another wall they're going to hit if they're going to want to bring MMOs to consoles.
Because as I can remember, the last game which was you also had to pay a subscription fee for was it Phantasy Star Universe, which is about 10-year-old, even more.
I've never played that actually.
That was a subscription as well as paying Xbox Live Gold membership, I believe.
It just seems to me that Microsoft seems to be just lagging again behind PlayStation 4 again. I think they need to... I can see why they're doing it, because look, it's our servers, you're going to be using our servers, you should pay for them. That's fair enough. But you've got to keep your customers happy. So, anyway, last bit of news. Grand Theft Auto 5 trailer launching tomorrow. The official trailer is coming out tomorrow.
Yay.
That'd be good.
Are we looking forward to Grand Theft Auto?
Definitely. Can't wait.
Pre-orders?
Not yet.
No.
If it comes out on PC, then yes. If not, then no.
Like
No,
I said,
I
only
did
seen
read an
teaser
article
trailers.
about this actually, but I ain't got it in my notes. But they apparently someone let it slip in an interview or in a tweet that they are looking to possibly release it on PC at the back end of the year of this year.
Not bad.
So, but nothing's been said. That was just a rumor, and I think
'Cause
I wish I had the article now.
It's isn't it on release in September? Is
Yes, it is indeed.
About 15th of September, is it?
In
It's
fact,
being released. Grand
I'll
Theft
bring it
Auto
up on
5.
my notes. But basically, I'm looking forward to the Grand Theft Auto Online, which isn't coming out at launch. Actually, it's coming out 2 weeks after the launch of the official game.
So it kind of gets you to play the game and get used to mechanics first, and obviously.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. It makes you go play the single player.
It does, yeah. Because you get some games, people just go straight onto multiplayer, so that's it for me.
Have you played the GTA 4 on PC? Because there's a quite a big modding thing for that.
No, I remember we were discussing this a couple of podcasts ago. No, I actually haven't installed it. It was one I sort of picked up and it was in the summer Steam sale. I was like, yes! And then I've never really played it.
There's several, there's loads of mods, like you can be the Hulk if you want to go around, or be Spider-Man, and there's like real world car mods, shader mods. So for GTA 5, what I want them to do is to turn it into a zombie apocalypse.
Anything with zombies, it sounds is bad.
Tom and his zombie apocalypse, it's just, oh my god, just kill me now.
I only play one game with zombies.
DayZ and Nazi zombie army.
Yeah.
That's Zombie Sniper Elite.
That's alright, I don't mind that game.
When in Sniper Elite 2 as Nazi zombies.
Mm-hmm.
It's not done.
It's a little late, but yeah. Anyway, Grand Theft Auto 5 will be releasing on September the 17th.
17th.
Apparently on my notes here. But that pretty much wraps it up for the news this week. So it's been a bit light, but it's still building up. The ball is still rolling for the release of the consoles, and as you can tell if you watch that video of the announcement of the PlayStation 4 release date, the video that I released on AlwayzGamezTV.com, I was a little bit excited. And rather giddy at the factor.
A bit OTT like, but you know.
I don't know what you mean, I could have gone worse.
Jump naked! No, that's a bit OTT.
I did actually do that, but I cut it out. That wasn't a party pop I had in hand. I mean, no, it wasn't. I mean,
Pops up.
anyway,
Moving on.
We'll move on to the top 10 in the UK charts. So, giving you a rundown of the UK top 10 charts. New in at number 10 is the Bureau XCOM Declassified. At number 9 is The Last of Us. At number 8 is Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes. At number 7 is Animal Crossing New Leaf. At number 6 is FIFA 13. At number 5 is Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Number 4, Minecraft Xbox 360 Edition. New in at number 3 is Destiny. No, that's not way out yet. Disney Infinity. New in at number 2 is Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Blacklist. And at number 1, brand new in as well, is Saints Row 4. How is Saints Row 4, Tom?
Have you ever taken lots and lots of drugs?
No.
Well, I imagine it would be like kind of like that. It's completely insane.
I've seen what it's like, because I've seen it play a bit. For what I've seen of Saints Row, they've gone more over the top this time.
What I find very amusing due to the trailers is that the alien talks are very polite Britishman.
Mind you, the bad guys in Blacklist are British as well.
Yeah,
well,
that's
he's
true.
sort of got he's an MI6 agent that's gone rogue.
In Star Wars: The Old Republic, all the Imperials were British as well.
Yeah.
Well, in Republic, never actually.
They were all voiced by British or Americans doing British accents.
Never turned
Yes,
out.
certainly, Darth Valtron.
Well, okay.
Anyway, but they're all very polite. Anyway, but no, other than that, Blacklist is the only one that's really standing out to me.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I won't be picking up Saints Row 4. It's just there's too much going on. I don't have time, and it's not really on my radar.
You need to wait till it goes on sale at like
Yeah.
Christmas or...
So anyway, coming out this next week, we've got the of course, Madden NFL. Yeah.
No.
No. Okay.
No.
coming out on the 30th of August. Killer is Dead is coming out on the 30th of August. Lost Planet 3 coming out on the 30th of August as well.
You're picking up that, aren't
That's
you?
coming up tomorrow. It's 29th.
29th. Oh, I need to get that.
So you're picking that up, aren't you, Tom?
Already
Tomorrow.
got it.
Oh, you got it preloaded already?
Yeah, it might have been a mistake because it looks kind of terrible. But it looks good, but a new company called Spark, who's got a really bad shady past, has developed it, and the multiplayer looks atrocious. They've got rid of the co-op altogether, which is a massive problem because that's what made Lost Planet 2 so popular.
So you might be regretting this purchase.
And the multiplayer, like I say, it looks awful. It looks like well, it's like a multiplayer will probably only be on for a month. It looks atrocious.
Oh dear. Well, it might surprise you.
The story is a prequel to Lost Planet 1, so that's the only upside.
Yeah. You think you're going to be playing it more for the single player campaign?
Yeah, it's like...
Well, if it does impress you with the single player campaign, that's a good thing, because, you know...
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. After that, you've got Rayman Legends coming out on the Wii U, so...
Let me know I'm buying that then.
no, there's a few people got it.
I will.
No, they might hit an all-time record and get to 10 sales. Hatsune Miku Project Diva F.
What the?
Is that a dancing game?
I don't know. It's coming out on the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita on the 31st of August, so pick that up at your local game store. Diablo 3 coming out on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 on September the 3rd.
I'm not sure about that.
Total War Rome 2 coming out on PC on September the 3rd. Killzone Mercenary PC Vita version on September the 6th. And also Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate Edition coming out on the PS3 and Xbox 360 on the 6th of September. And after that, I'm going to have to check up on my release dates notes because I think they're going to start to come out of date.
Release dates will soon change.
Other than Grand Theft Auto 5, any other games you're looking forward to?
At the moment, no.
Don't lie down, you're looking for Hatsune Miku Project Diva F.
Oh, totally. You know, I've been wanting that ever since. Not forever.
Unfortunately, it's going to be a disappointment for you. It's coming out on PlayStation 3 and PS Vita.
It don't bother me, I'm not looking forward to it anyway. But, at the moment, nothing for me.
They should make a Lemmings Ultimate Edition. That'd be pretty cool.
I used to love Lemmings on the Atari ST.
I just remember it being on a really, really old computer and all jumping off this ledge and I'm going, oh wait, I'm not supposed to be doing this.
Get it on. If you'd started your PlayStation 3, you could probably get Lemons off the
I think
PlayStation
they did actually
Store.
do a PlayStation P version, yeah. On the PlayStation Network.
You can get Lemons on the PlayStation Mobile.
So, have we got anything planned for this next 2 weeks?
Yes.
Expand!
You ready to play some more Blacklist?
No.
Uninstalled.
I might delete it from my hard drive and then format the what's it on again? Is it on Origin? I think I've got it on Origin. Uplay. And I'm going to delete Uplay, and then I'm going to put a blocker virus to stop it from ever being downloaded again.
Bit much.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm cheating.
Just kidding.
Nah.
Yeah, it's a good game.
I'm going to hack it and delete all your profiles.
Thanks. I still beat you. Dan, you're off to university, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm moving.
Well, back to university,
well,
sorry.
I don't start university yet for another 3 weeks, so, and I'm moving on Sunday, so. But I will still hopefully have time for games.
So
which is good.
do you get an okay internet connection over in at uni?
Well, lucky for me, I know the person who actually runs the internet connection, so I should be able to get a pretty decent connection.
Cool. Do you take your PC and everything over there with you?
Yes.
Cool. So you still be online and around.
I'll be online all the time, and if it's any free time, I'll be online doing something.
Oh, cool.
So I'll still be gaming away.
Good stuff. No, so I'll be pretty much on Blacklist, I think, for this next couple of weeks.
Yeah,
just stroking my ego as much as I possibly can.
I made.
By the way, did I tell you you two were there? I beat you, didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah. Roger beat us. Yeah, we did beat him as well with my lucky.
We had 95 kills to 5.
No. Last checkpoint for us as spies, 99%. Tom gets killed. I run in and get the 1%.
It ended up being a draw.
I still got the last point.
It was 2v1. I think I come out on top on the situation.
Yes, you did come out on top with the most kills.
Then again, it was only one match. So.
Ooh, sounds like a challenge.
It does, doesn't it?
It is, yeah.
But no, I think I may have to join Roger a bit on online multiplayer and Spies v Mercs on Blacklist.
I'll probably join you at some point.
To be honest, you might enjoy the normal mode a little bit more with the actual boats because you get drones and stuff you can fly around as mercs as well, which is quite interesting. Other than myself, yeah, I guess I'll be playing a bit more Blacklist. There's no other games that I'm really getting prepared for except Grand Theft Auto. And other than that, I'm going to the coast tomorrow, to the east coast, to build some sandcastles. Hopefully the weather will be alright. But yeah, do you just love building sandcastles?
I know, right?
I love building sandcastles. I've got a bucket and a spade already in the car. I am not
Big
a child.
kid.
I'm not a child.
Yeah, you have to let out being a child.
I do. Seriously, the first thing you do is when you get onto a beach, you've got to dig a hole.
You do.
You've got to dig a massive hole, and then you build a sandcastle.
Yes.
I did that when I was little, but
You grew up.
well, not so much grew up. No.
Roger doesn't know
My
what
girlfriend's going to be extremely embarrassed because she'll just see me run off into the beach with my buckets and be like, yeah! And then she'll just walk up. She'll Roger, I'm going to the shop. So, okay.
You did that by yourself digging a hole.
Digging a hole.
You're like, I don't give a crap. Run.
Someone might think you're trying to deposit a body or something.
Shh, that's not why I'm taking this to the beach. But other than that, I'm not a mass murderer on this. Anyway, guys, thanks very much for joining me. Enjoy your university.
I will do.
Enjoy being a Blacklist, Tom.
I'm not going to fight against you.
Team up. Wise choice. And we will see you in 2 weeks' time for the next Always Games TV podcast. Oh, and before I forget, don't forget to check us out on Facebook at Always Games TV, Twitter at alwaysgamestv.com. Not .com, just leave out the .com. And then check us out on YouTube at Always Games TV. And don't forget to check out our website at alwaysgamestv.com.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Always Dave TV.
Sounded like
it.
it.
No, we don't want that. Tom, what's your Twitter name?
Outcast Reaver. But I don't use it at the moment, so there's not really any point in going on there.
Just keep tweeting about random stuff.
I put like I tweeted about a video from Corridor Digital, but that's it. So there's not really any point. I don't go on my YouTube either because there's no point in there either.
Just come to Always Games TV instead. That'll be fine.
Yeah.
Dan?
You can follow me on Twitter at DanielT320. Follow me on Twitch as well at DanielT320 and my YouTube as well.
Daniel.
Rekia which is R3K1A.
Cool. And thanks very much for joining us, guys, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Thanks for having us.
See ya.
Hurrah.
This is the first news. The picture Papa Trapper.
What?
Are you turning into a sim?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Shall I speak sim language now?
I'm gonna go do some woohoo tonight. Also on other PlayStation 4 news, Sony also announced.
Roger can't speak English.
No, that's lying.